Hello teachers, I hope this video tutorial finds you well. We've received some questions on the best ways to view student responses in the Google Attendance form, so we thought we'd do a short tutorial to demonstrate some useful features in both the Google form and Google Sheets, and hopefully this will help. So I am currently in my Google form on the Responses tab, and you'll see here that I do have some of my student submissions, but the reality is with the number of submissions that teachers are getting per day, it is much easier to view student submissions in the spreadsheet. So in the top right corner, you'll see there is a little icon here that looks like the Google Sheets icon. When I scroll over it, it says View Responses in Sheets. I can click on that. If this is the first time accessing the spreadsheet, you will get a little box that pops up that says create new sheet. So you can go ahead and click that box and then click OK, and you should get all your data in a sheet. Now, once again, I was just using this as a demo, so you will have many more entries than what I have here. But there are a couple of sorting and filtering options that we wanted to share with you. So the first is teachers oftentimes want to organize students by block and then by last name to make it easier to view student attendance. So I can highlight all of my data, including that header row, and then go to Data, Sort Range. And the first thing I want to do is check this box that says data has header row, so that way it doesn't include that row in the sort. And I'm going to start by sorting by block. So in the sort by, I can choose that pull down there and then select which block are you. And I'm going to add another sort column because then I want it to sort by last name. So in that second pull down, I'm going to select last name and then click sort. And now you'll notice that for today's entries, all of my data has been sorted first by block and then by student last name. This is essentially if I were looking out in my class in a normal school day and I'm just looking to see if all of my students are here and who might be missing. The only difference is I'm doing it on a spreadsheet instead of being live in class. Now I can easily go into PowerSchool and submit my attendance like I would on a regular school day. Since the official attendance record will be in PowerSchool, you may now clear your form out so that you have a clean slate for the next day. So to do that, I can go back to my Google form, and on the Responses tab, once again, if I click on the three dots in the top right corner, I have the option to delete all responses, and this will clear out those responses for that day, so that way you have a clean slate for the next day. For those of you who would prefer to keep student submissions for your own records, one option would be to create additional sheets on your spreadsheet. So I'm going to go back to my spreadsheet here. And I can do that just by clicking the plus sign in the bottom corner. And you'll see I get sheet 2 that appears. So I'm going to date it with the current date. So we're going to rename it just to make it easy to find later on. And now if I go back to my form responses, I can highlight all of the data, copy it, and then paste it over. I can follow these steps and continue to do this for each day moving forward if I choose to. Even if I cleared out the response data on the form, the submissions will still appear on that Form Responses tab. So I can go ahead and clear that data out simply by highlighting it, right-clicking, and then selecting Delete Rows, in this case 2 through 10. And you do want to be sure that you leave that header row up at the top because that is how your form knows where to put the data once students have submitted. So just be sure that that first row stays there. And that is all we have for some of the recommendations for viewing student data. Each teacher might do this slightly differently or organize their form slightly differently. That's completely fine. But if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Have a great day.